Hello, 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 hello. Here we go. That's better. Hi all and welcome to another edition of YouTube Live, TraderCast YouTube Live. My name is Phil. I'll be your presenter today. Very quick introduction. My name is Phil. I'll be your presenter today. If you're looking for a community of like-minded traders, you can check us out at tradercast.com. What we are doing here at YouTube, this is only a very quick, short and sweet summary of few things that we are currently paying attention to, but more detailed explanation on the setups, the proper analysis is all done on our community, which is tradercast.com. If you're brand new and you're looking to learn how to do this, and if we are confusing you with some of the stuff that we are doing here during this next 15-20 minutes of presentation, and you're looking for the education, check us out at My Trading Skills. I've been trading since 2004. Actually, I initially started trading in mid to late 90s, more of a investing, buying and holding, but actively trading from early 2000s. We're also offering a trading education and a market analysis as well. Over the last 10 years, I had the privilege to speak in front of various different industry events or even our own events. Some of you may have seen us in our live events as well. And I'm showing you these pictures just because if you have any questions, I probably have the answer for them, or I came across the same question from somebody else, or I've discovered the answer to that question through my own trading journey as well. What I'm showing you here are my opinions and experiences only. It's not advisory. Basically, this is what I am doing currently. This is what I'm looking at currently as well. I've just seen, I think I'm closed on my last, oh no, not yet. Open, I think I'll be closing oil very soon. Sorry, I'll hurry up and then I'll show you the markets. So basically, this is the proof of concept of what I think you should be able to do if you go through the education. That's basically what it is. For those of you who've been following these YouTube live sessions over the past several trading weeks, I've been posting stuff that I was looking at, the levels that I might be engaging with the market, the levels that I have currently open, and so on. So I've closed quite a lot of things yesterday for various reasons. We talked about how busy this week is because of the central bank's activity, especially tomorrow. So I had two positions in Nasdaq. The first one was at 15,648. That's now also closed. I had the second one open at 16,200. The stop loss for that 16,200 was at break even. That was closed yesterday, and this position was opened from last week, and my stop loss was moved higher. And I said, if you remember, I would like to see the loss of 16,200. So that's closed out of the trade. Still long in that crude trade, but I will likely be closing that as well, probably today. I'll see how it goes. I was long gold at 1775. Again, moved my stop loss at 1780 and then 1783. Locked that out, got out of that. I was long sterling dollar, which was a counter trend trade. My stop loss was at break even and then slightly higher, about 14 points higher, 32.20. That was picked up as well, so I got closed on a stop loss. I was long silver. If you remember, I was looking at 22. I got in at 21.96. That's closed at 22.26, about 30 points on that trade. And I was also long DAX, and DAX is also closed at 15,647, so about 52 points. So all in all, quite a few trades were open and closed now, and I might be reassessing the positions going forward tomorrow and Thursday in particular. And if you don't know why, we've explained all of that in the week ahead video, which is also posted on YouTube. and it's also talked about in our community as well. So a few things that I'm paying attention to at the moment. So this is gold selling off. This is Dow, dollar yen, cable higher, euro dollar higher, silver pushing lower, so that doesn't really look bullish anymore. And a few things that I'm looking at. Firstly, I'll start with the one that I currently have open, which is a WTI, and that's WTI crude or crude oil. So that's coming to the point where I no longer want to be in this position. I was looking at breakout of 73, breakout of 73, breakout of 73 for a push higher. This type of pattern is normally seen as fairly bullish. They have the tendency to break to the upside on a third touch. So they tend to do something like this. Rally, 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 breakout, and then have a little retest like that. So breakout, that could be a second chance to catch the ball. And then what happens is they have a massive breakout to the upside, either the widest point of this consolidation or from the previous breakout level to the upside, which then gives market participants take profit level or projected area where they would be interested to close this position. So that was towards 75, 50, 76 and so on. It didn't happen, so instead we are seeing this kind of a reversal here, and I'm just thinking that crude oil could possibly react to what's coming our way with inventories tomorrow, but also Fed, because crude oil is traded in dollars, and if we see a US dollar volatility, that could trigger a volatility in crude oil as well. So I'll be paying a close attention to this. My stop loss is initially at 69, and I wouldn't like to see the loss of that, but this 70 level, I'm paying close attention to that now. Previous lows, previous lows, previous lows. I might be looking to get out of this trade as well. So let me just show you. That trade, and then we can go and check out a few other things. I'll definitely talk to you about FTSE. There is a nice setup in FTSE. There is a nice setup in S&P right now as well. So this is crude oil. So this, oops, there we go. This is the crude oil. This was the original entry. Stop below, stop at break even, stop higher, stop higher. Two profits taken here at 67.70 and then 66.60. Stop moved higher, higher, higher for the last remaining part of this position, and then I was looking at the breakout of these swing lows here from 30th of September, and then this swing highs here from November, 29th of November, and I was thinking if we see a breakout, then it's likely that the price could go to 75, where I would like to take the profit as well. Instead, we are seeing all of this. So my stop is here now. My stop is above. I'm locking in 451 points, but I don't like the fact that the price is not breaking higher. Instead, we are seeing this corrective pullback, and what I'll do is I'll pay special attention to loss of 70 in an hourly time frame, and if that happens, I might look to close this position before my stop is triggered. That's where I am with crude oil at the moment. So still in this position, but paying close attention to 70 and how the hourly candle finishes. Loss of these lows would be concerning for me. Okay, so that's where I am with crude oil at the moment. Now, Happy that gold stop loss was triggered because look, we're seeing a pullback now. This is gold selling off. This is also silver selling off. Couple of things that I'm paying attention to. The first one is in FTSE UK 100. So I don't have a position open here, but what I'm looking at is I'm looking at this zone down here, 7160. That would be an area of interest for me. So possibly a pullback to that level and then a nice rally higher. So let me just change the color of this so you're not confused. So something like that. If that happens, I would likely put my stop down here, 7105, maybe even 7090. So about 60, 55, 60, maybe even 70 points of risk, depending. For those of you who are new, you're saying, well, how can you, why aren't you just certain? Because the only way you can enter is when you see how the candle completes, and the candle might give me a different reason to put the stop loss at slightly different level, but still the same amount of risk. So that's the idea. So around that area is where the risk would be for me, with the view to potentially see a rally higher and a breakout towards 73.60, possibly even 73.90 to the upside. So this here would be a profit target area or a zone of interest and so on. But if that happens, there will be a partial profit taking, partial profit taking, partial profit taking, and so on and so on. So there'll be a number of reasons to take the partial profits and also move the stop higher at break even above entry and so on. So, but I'm paying special attention to 7160. I don't have anything open at the moment. I don't even have the order in place, but that's definitely an area of interest for me in relation to FTSE, at the moment. So, oops, sorry, didn't mean to do that. S&P is also coming to a fairly decent level of interest for me as well. So let me just move this for now. I will likely be trading US indices intraday when the US markets open today. So there's a big selling pressure in Dow, selling pressure in Nasdaq. They're all coming to a fairly decent levels of interest. So this is S&P. And this is what I was about to talk to you about. So this area here is definitely an area of interest. 4650 or thereabout, but there is no trigger. There is no trigger for the entry here. Loss of these lows down here at 46.35 would definitely be concerning, and it would negate this possible corrective pullback. And then the next level of interest for a long setup could be down here towards 46.13.12 or thereabout. But so far I'm still holding it here at 46.50. Let's see how this plays out. If that plays out, I would like to see a rally higher, oversold bounce back, and a push breakout higher. So far this didn't trigger. I'll pay attention to that. I will be looking to get in and out of these trades probably when the US markets open. I might go for a cheeky scalp. This is Nasdaq. Nasdaq is also coming into a buy zone now, 15,990 or 16,000 thereabout, and the loss of these lows. So if that was the trigger, I would have likely put my stop down here at 15,895, 15,890. Since this is not triggered yet, we are not seeing a reversal. I'm staying away from it, and then the next level of interest for Nasdaq is actually here, 15,880. So that could be another level of interest for me. It's a full 61.8 retracement of this impulsive wave higher. We have a falling resistance trend line. So something must happen here in order to give me the trigger. Otherwise, if we see a continuous selling pressure, loss of these lows, I would just happily walk away or maybe even short. So far, nothing really triggered there. The last thing that I was about to talk to you about is Dow Jones. We have falling resistance trend line, breakout retest. The level of interest was at the cluster of these lows at 35,630. That didn't trigger. So the next level of interest is actually at these lows here. 35,500. If that is triggered, and what I mean by that, we see a nice reversal, then I wouldn't like to see a continuation to the downside. So the stop would be very tight, maybe about 120 points to the downside, with a view to potentially take profit higher towards 35,970, 36,000, 36,100, 120, and so on. And that's where I am with the Dow. Very similar situation. Loss of these lows, I could likely be looking to short the market from the intraday as well. So far there is nothing open. That crude oil is still sitting just above 70. I'm keeping that open. I'm not touching that at the moment. Gold really selling off. Gold level that I keep repeating is at 1775. This area here. This is the buy zone again, but I need to see a reversal. I need to see a buying pressure. Loss of 1770, in particular loss of 1760 would definitely change this outlook for me. Inability of gold to break through 1790 towards 80, 1800. You know, this is now turning as a sideways consolidation. It's turning into something a little bit more corrective and bearish. So staying away from gold until I get another trigger for gold. But I like this 1775 level. I've traded that level on a number of occasions, probably about 4 or 5 trades over the past couple of weeks and so on. So this is Dow. This is Dow in 15 minutes. Nasdaq is not doing anything. So the new 15-minute candle just opened and nothing there. The other thing that I want to talk to you about very quickly before we start talking about some of the other stuff is euro dollar. Yet again, Thursday is the big day for euro dollar. This is a consolidation here. A couple of setups here for euro dollar. Euro dollar appears to be bearish, and what I mean by that is the bearish setup would look like this: a rally into this zone here, one spot 1370 for a short sell and a sell off to the downside, with the stop being at one spot 14. So about 30 points of risk. 30 points of risk here. Okay, the price did not get to that level just yet. We didn't get a reversal. The other bearish scenario would be a sell-off here, a retest, and then another leg lower. So both cases are kind of bearish. If that happens, then take profit would be at 112.30 and then 112 to the downside. Potentially that could be of interest as a short sell for euro dollar. Thursday is the big day. Wednesday and Thursday, tomorrow and the day after tomorrow, 2 big days for euro and US dollar. Pay attention to this. If you are not aware, these 2 days will bring some severe amount of volatility across these currency crosses. So anything dollar yen, dollar Swiss, Aussie dollar, New Zealand dollar, euro dollar, sterling, absolutely anything dollar will be very, very volatile tomorrow. And on Thursday, it's the same thing with euro. So euro sterling, euro yen, euro Aussie, euro absolutely anything will become quite volatile as well. So be aware of that. The last thing that I was paying attention to is cable. Cable downtrending. I was looking to pick the bottom here, counter trend trade at 1 spot 32 for a push higher. I'm out of this trade because this is what happened. We saw a finally breakout retest, and when this happened I got picked up and walked away. So happy with that trade. It's a counter trend trade, but this is also a bearish, so the same comments would apply for the serious amount of volatility tomorrow, day after tomorrow. So sometimes if you are holding some intraday positions or a swing type positions into this major economic data releases like the ones that we are getting tomorrow and on Thursday, could whipsaw your position. So sometimes it's good to kind of stay away from everything and have everything closed rather than force the trade and then be stopped out only to see the market move in one direction or the other, and then be either happy that you're stopped out or be completely upset and angry that your position was picked and then moved in a predicted direction. So the last thing that I want to talk to you about is dollar yen. Dollar yen, this is consolidating sideways as well. The big level of interest for me is at 113.30. So pull back to 113.30. So basically something like this. A little sell off into this zone in here, and then a nice reversal like the one that I'm seeing here, or maybe these pin bars, anything like that down here would likely trigger my interest, and I would be looking to potentially go long dollar yen with a view to put the stop just below 113.15, so about 15, 16, 20 points of risk max for the potential partial take profit towards 114, so about 70 points of gain, potential gain, possibly even 114.40, so another 40 points on top of that, 50, 60, and so on. So that's where I am with dollar yen at the moment. Still looking, nothing open with dollar yen. Like most of the markets at the moment, they're in waiting mode. This is a consolidation ahead of substantial amount of volatility that will be triggered tomorrow and day after tomorrow. If you don't know what I'm talking about, check out the education. You definitely need to know how to time the volatility of the market, because that will definitely determine if you should be in some positions or not if you are trading intraday. The last glance on that crude oil. Here we go. This is the crude oil. There's a 5-minute left in this candle to be completed as an hourly candle, and I really don't like the look of it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do this. So I'm going to close. I'm going to be cheeky. I'm going to close 2 out of this remaining contracts. So I had 10 mini contracts here. So 2 positions already closed, and this is the 3rd position that I'm going to close right now. So I'm taking this position off the table, and what I'll do is I have only 1 mini contract left here, and I will leave my stop loss at the 69 kind of level. I'll see how this plays out. If it reverses and goes higher, I might be looking to add to that position to the upside at the breakout of 73 towards 74, 75, 76 and so on. Otherwise, I'll see if this is triggered, and then I'll let you know. So thank you for watching, thank you for listening. So looking for a reversal in US equity indices today at the levels that we talked about, looking for sideways consolidation across the currencies, US dollar currency crosses. I'm out of gold and silver, and I've closed this crude oil as well, just to be on the safe side. So thank you for watching, thank you for listening, stay safe, happy trading.